A fire destroyed the Citadel Beach House on the Isle of Palms in the early morning hours of May 8th, and we are now learning a training issue at the Charleston County Dispatch Center led backup to arrive much later than requested. News 2's Macy McLeod is live at the Citadel Beach Club with more on what happened that night. Macy, give us an idea.
Hey, Carolyn. Well, you can see the Citadel Beach House is now under repair, but the 911 call for that fire did not come in until flames were already through the roof, and Isle of Palms Fire Department couldn't handle it on their own.
Hi, 2700 Pound Boulevard. We have a huge fire.
That's one of the calls that came into 911 that night from one of the people who was inside the Citadel Beach House. Because the fire was so involved, IOP asked for backup before they even arrived.
Go ahead and send me 2 units from Mount Pleasant and Sullivan's Island to Citadel Beach House, please.
But it took 9 minutes from that request to even notify backup.
I cannot predict how much more of the building would have been saved in that 9 minutes, but I can say that it delayed our interior attack. And it did delay a second hydrant, and it did delay additional equipment and manpower.
The director of Charleston County Dispatch says part of the problem is IOP does not share resources, so it takes more steps to send that backup.
What we have to do is that we actually have to look at the list to see who's available, who is closest, and then type that information into the CAD to get them to dispatch.
IOP Fire Chief Graham says they don't share because some of their calls require specific training, and they prefer to handle them within the department.
We do a lot of water rescue calls that a lot of people in the county are not familiar with. If we relied on resource sharing, as it's been explained to me, I think that there would be a higher likelihood of someone from another department possibly coming over and being ill-equipped to handle what we have to deal with on a regular basis.
But even without resource sharing, dispatch admits 9 minutes is far too long.
That process to search for the truck that's the closest, is that a 9-minute process, or was the person who was on the phone at that time, did they not know how to do it and maybe have to ask somebody?
Typically not a 9-minute process.
It was a hole in standard operating procedures.
We had not instructed our staff correctly on how to do that procedure. We do believe it was covered in training. However, since it wasn't in the SOPs outlined, I can't say for sure that it was. Because of that, and because Mount Pleasant had several engines out of service that night, it was difficult to find the closest one. So it took a little bit longer.
Charleston County Dispatch tells me since this fire, their entire staff has been trained in the process for handling calls of this nature. And they tell me that now it shouldn't take more than 1 minute to dispatch backup to IOP. Live on Isle of Palms, Macy McLeod, News 2.